All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tape Crusaders, the podcast that reviews every crappy superhero movie ever made. I'm your co-host, Michael, and as always, I'm joined by...
Max Luther. We're not talking about a crappy movie this week, are we?
Not this week. This week, we're talking about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. A movie
LXG!
Yes, that's right. LXG, also known as The League. I don't know if you remember, they marketed this movie under 3 names. You remember this?
Of course they did.
Right.
I don't remember the marketing.
Basically,
when did this come out? Yeah.
2003, but when the trailer was released, even though the text said The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the voiceover said The League. And then sometimes they marketed it as LXG because they clearly had no idea what to do with this property, right?
They didn't?
No, okay, wait. So, okay, let's go back to 2003. What did you read the comic before the movie came out?
I think if I was allowed to read the comic book in 2003, my mother should have had me take it away.
Okay, so no.
I was 11.
Okay.
I knew of it, and I knew that this movie was a comic book adaptation. But when I saw the movie, I had not read the comic, and I wouldn't read any of the comic for years.
Okay.
After watching this movie, which I think is why I like the movie.
Well, I'll just say, even though I love Alan Moore, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is not my favorite Alan Moore comic, and it's not even my favorite ABC comic. Because, this was part of a lineup called ABC. I don't know if you remember that.
Okay, yeah.
Like Tom Strong, Top 10, Tomorrow Stories, and Promethea were all part of ABC Comics. And then this one, it might have been the first one, but it was kind of not as connected. But it was published under the banner. And this one was not my favorite, but it was kind of like it caught on and was the most popular one. And I'm not a huge fan of the comic, but I definitely like the concept. It's a great idea. Right? It's like, what if the Justice League were a bunch of British literary characters, basically? So, yeah, I am a fan of the comic. Not a huge fan, but I do think it's really good. So, going to see the movie, I thought it was a huge disappointment. And the reviews are universally negative, very low, like 1 out of 4 stars, 2 out of 4 stars. Which I'll go into reasons why I didn't like it later, but I'd like to know, Bex Luther, why do you like this movie?
I watched this movie, so I haven't seen it in like 10 years. But when I was a kid, I had this movie on like VHS or DVD or something, and I just watched it a lot.
Okay.
So, I don't know. There's a lot of like kids. You only have so many movies, so you just gravitate towards one another. And for some reason, I was obsessed with this movie, and now I can kind of see why my parents were a little like, "What's wrong with her?"
Yeah. Well,
I was like the vampire lady, and then I turned out to be gay. So.
So
Shocking.
Here's the thing. I was trying to look at this movie from the perspective of someone who's never read the comics, because it is directed by Steve Norrington, who did Blade, which we all love.
We love Blade.
Right.
And
so I thought.
Nothing else.
He did nothing else for 30 years, or 20 years. But here's the thing. It's a pretty, I don't hate the movie. It's just that, never mind the comic itself, it's the concept is so good and so unique that you build it up at the beginning with this cool idea, but then it just turns into a generic action movie, right? Like, if you're going to have... it's almost like, what do they call it, steampunk or diesel punk? If you're going to have that as the premise, then why just have a car chase through Venice? Not any city, Venice.
Yeah, Venice.
Right? And so it was almost like it was just an excuse to turn it back into a generic movie. And another thing that really pissed me off, you have a bunch of British literary characters, but they got to shove Tom Sawyer in there. Because we know that American audiences won't enjoy the movie unless there's an American accent, right? Like, come on.
Yeah, because Americans hate Sean Connery.
Exactly, right.
But got top billing anyway.
And this was already after Harry Potter was successful, and Americans were more accepting of British accents after Harry Potter, I think.
Yeah, I think the shoehornness of Tom Sawyer didn't need to be in the movie. And he's not in the comic, right? Like, at all. As far as I'm concerned, maybe
he's
referenced
not.
in by name, but he's not a character. I know Dorian Gray's also not in the comic, really. He's just referenced, I think.
That's a good question. It has been a long time since I've read it, and I don't have my notes open, but I will.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just open. I should have my notes open just a second here. Um, but I do know that they change. Okay, let's just see here. Wait. Okay.
I mean, there was no way they were going to do a one-for-one adaptation.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, which we'll get to. But
Yeah.
now, so here's the case. So the comic was Mina Murray, or
Hmm.
is it Murray? Yeah, Murray.
Yeah.
Now, Captain Nemo, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Invisible Man,
Alan
and
Quartermain.
yes, which the correct spelling and pronunciation is actually Catermain,
Oh.
but they misspell it and mispronounce it in this movie Quartermain over and
Oh,
over again.
interesting.
Yeah,
I've only ever I saw the movie before I read anything about it, so that's just how I pronounce it now, I guess.
sure, yeah, understandable. Um,
And I never read
so,
the book. So that's the other thing with
okay,
some of these characters. Some of these characters I am familiar with, like
sure,
their where they're from, and some of them I am not as familiar with
right.
where they're from.
Well, I mean, and I'm no I've never read King Solomon's Mines. Captain Nemo is from Moby Dick.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I thought.
Captain Nemo? You know what? Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Yep. Which I have not read.
Saw the
Mr.
movie.
Jekyll and Hyde I've read. Invisible
Yeah.
Man is a movie. And then Mina Murray is from Dracula.
Dracula. Yeah, so
Right.
very familiar with her.
Right.
But yeah, she's not a vampire in the comic.
Right. They changed
That's
that.
um
I mean, again,
was disappointed to find that out.
and that's the thing is that first of all, I don't think they should have changed anything. But if they're going to change things, I don't hate that change. You know what I mean? Like if you just go in, if you see the movie first, there's certain things you get attached to. So I'm not saying I hate that choice, but for me, it's the one thing to adapt a novel, but if you have a comic book is like a storyboard for a movie,
Yeah.
and you're adapting Alan Moore. Like, why would you think that you need to change it? That's my problem. You know?
Yeah, it's like just make your weird rated R movie instead of
Right.
a movie that me at 11 could become obsessed with.
Right. Exactly. So
I
anyway,
wonder how much it would have worked as a movie, as a one-on-one-to-one adaptation, because it's a weird comic.
well, first of all, I think they'd have to completely change the style. Like, and I don't know exactly what that style would be, but if you can imagine something closer to like a Wes Anderson thing, where everything's very like flat and kind of artificial and very deadpan, I think that would help. I'm not saying exactly like Wes Anderson, but something like that. Like this
Like,
movie is. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say like hyper stylized.
Yes, and not trying to be like a hip action movie where this movie was like, and I was paying attention to, for example, the music was very generic action movie music.
Oh, I didn't even notice it, so yeah, I guess.
The CGI was pretty terrible.
What was the budget on this thing?
It was, let's see,
78 million,
which is
according to
pretty
Wikipedia.
pretty high.
Yeah, and I mean, the CGI wasn't great, but some of the real like set work and stuff was really good. I really liked it. The way that the aesthetic of it, I liked the costuming department. They did a great job. There's some parts. I think the entire movie falls apart at the end, just
Yeah.
like based on a movie, and like that's including like the scenery and the sets and everything. But there's some parts where I genuinely was like, this looks really cool, and I remembered it being cool as a kid, and I was glad that I, as an adult, got to see it with adult eyes and be like, oh, I still enjoy this.
Well, I'll say a couple things I liked. The absurd size of what is it, the Nautilus, the
Yeah.
submarine. That was ridiculous, but it was fun. It was kind of like Kevin O'Neill's comic design, like just outlandishly gigantic, right?
Yeah, it's in like the Venice, like the whatever that waterway in Venice that's famous is called. And it's just like massive.
Yeah, and like scraping the bottom of that little bridge or whatever.
Hmm.
I did like the interior of the Nautilus too, the way it looked.
Yeah, everything about Captain Nemo aesthetically looked cool. I liked his
Hmm.
vibe. I liked the way that the outfits that his men had. I liked how bright the ship was in a very dreary movie. That was nice.
Hmm. Agreed. I mean, I like, when they were having the first meeting in that little library thing, that was cool.
Yeah,
Stuff like that. Like even when they were in the Arctic and they were all wearing white, I noticed that they all had like these white snowsuits. That was
I
pretty
they
cool.
all had snow outfits. That was very fun.
Yep.
I love a good snow stealth suit.
Sure. Me too. Um, Now, okay, let's talk about what we didn't like as far as the look. Oh, you know what? I have to say one more thing I really liked, and I liked it in 2003, and I took note of it. What's his name? Mr. Hyde looks really cool, I think.
Yes.
Like, I mean, to me, he's the Hulk done right, and I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but when you looked at his face, it looked like a regular person. And so I don't know if he was wearing a suit or if it was a mixture, right, of CGI. I have
Yeah.
no idea.
It might have been a mixture. I never looked it up, but yeah, I loved it. Actually, when we were watching the movie, my partner was like, "Oh, I wish the Hulk movie did this."
Exactly. It's because it came out the same year, I think, and
Yeah.
it looks like a real person, even though their proportions are absurd. The face looks like you could touch it, right? Whereas
And
the
then
Hulk looked terrible.
yeah, and even just also the characterization of the
Yep.
dichotomy between the two was what I wish the Hulk movie did.
Yes. When he's like looking in the mirror and he sees his reflection, but it's Mr. Hyde.
And they're talking to each other.
Yes. And also, even the characterization of Mr. Hyde reminded me of more like the Grey Hulk,
Yes.
like intelligent and kind of a dick, like that. That's how they could have done the Grey Hulk, definitely.
Yeah, I did enjoy that they didn't just make him like a monster.
Hmm.
Like he's like fully cognitive and like just has his own personality. And I also really enjoyed the big hat. So
Yes. Yep.
10 out of 10 for the big hat. And I hope that's in the comic.
I think it is. It's been a
Must
while,
be.
but it might be. Yeah.
It's too clever for them to have made up.
Right. Um. Sorry, I'm just going to go through the cast here. Well, okay, let's talk about Sean Connery. I mean, I think he did a great job personally. What do you think?
I feel bad for him.
Because ended his career? He went out on a
Well,
low note?
he decided to end his career after he's had an amazing full-fledged career. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. But it is kind of sad that this was the last one, and he took it because he was pissed off that he missed out on Gandalf. And he's
Right,
like,
right, right,
I'm never gonna miss out on a huge career-defining role again, just because I don't understand it. And then
right.
this was it. And I mean, if he read the comic, he had everything. Like he was like, I'm ready. This is gonna be
Hmm.
great.
Yeah,
Sorry, bud. Everything that was like interesting about you in the comic, they got rid of.
yeah, exactly.
And he
Eh,
was fine.
he was fine. Yeah, he was. His characterization was completely different from the comic. But yeah, I did like his acting in this movie, even though the way his character was written was not particularly great. Like him training Tom Sawyer how to shoot, and then later in the movie that comes back and Tom Sawyer has to shoot someone who's really far away. He's too far away. Take your time. And of course he gets him. Like it was garbage.
Yeah, and he's like, when he's training him, he's like, I was teaching my son how to do this, and then he died. Now you're my son. You're my son now, Tom Sawyer. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, I get it. Anyway,
I know. I know, right? Yeah. How
like,
subtle.
cool. Can't wait for this guy to die.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
spoiler alert.
Um,
Spoiler alert, he doesn't die because they were gonna make a sequel and then they didn't.
yeah, and then it bombed miserably.
But yeah, he's
Um,
fine. I mean, his comic book counterpart is much more drug obsessed, so, you know.
and he was also, yeah, like kind of gaunt, right? And kind of more, yeah, older and skinnier. I mean, but I mean, they wanted Sean Connery. He was really the only big star in the movie, right? So,
Yeah, I don't know who anyone else is in this movie.
no. Like, okay, so I'm going through the way they're listed on Wikipedia. The
Hmm.
second actor they list is Nasir Rudin Shah as Captain Nemo. I've never heard of him. He was fine, but he wasn't. He didn't. He was okay. He didn't really stand out to me. What do you think?
I don't think they used him to his full potential because there's a couple parts where like he's like being accused of being a pirate and stuff where you're like, oh, this kid's an interesting character. And then they'd kind of just use him as a taxi.
Good point.
He's
Good point.
just like they all have a special skill, and his special skill is big submarine.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's a good point.
isn't he like an adventurer? And like clearly he's a good swordsman, and he's like been to the depths of the ocean. Like he's got like he's an amazing inventor. Nope, he's just the boat and the car. He's also a car.
That's a good point. He could have had like a more world weary, but also like someone who's, like you said, been to all these cool places would have had so much to talk about, you'd think,
Mhm.
right? So much personality. He's seen everything, but this guy did not have it. He wasn't written that way
Yeah.
anyway.
He did look cool. Really liked the blue outfit. It
Sure.
really made him stand out. But yeah, I'm sure he's much more fleshed out in the comic book.
Right. Well, I know that he's definitely in all the sequels. There's like, I don't know how many sequels there are, maybe 3 or 4, but he's definitely featured pretty prominently.
Yeah, once the aliens show up, he's right there.
Uh-huh.
Spoiler alert for Volume 2 of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
They were
A comic book that's older than I am.
They were actually still coming out up until a few years ago. It's like,
That's
I think
crazy.
Alan Moore still is retired, but that was one of the last things he did, was one of the sequels. So
Like, don't worry, I gotta make sure I talk about the Antichrist before I die.
Uh-huh.
Harry Potter has to be the. That's another thing I know
That's
about.
right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yep.
Spoiler alert, that actually happened. Wow, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Moore nailed that one.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's
yeah,
a smart fella.
poor Nemo. But I'm sure
Uh-huh.
he gets better.
He gets better in the comics, yeah.
Yes.
Peter Wilson as Dr. Mina Harker.
I love her.
She was actually really good.
She's really good.
So I guess she was La Femme Nikita in the TV show. I didn't know that.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
I've not seen that, but I am aware of it. Oh, she's still doing stuff. Good. She was fantastic and good because she's the only woman in the entire movie.
That's a good point. You're right.
Which I mean, she's not the only woman in the comic.
I'm trying to think of who else is in the comic. What other women are there?
There's one of the main characters, Orlando, is like swaps genders pretty frequently.
Okay.
And then I can't remember her name. But there's another woman who's pretty prominent in there. There's at least 2, and then sometimes 3 when that one person is presenting as female.
Gotcha. Okay. I had full intention of rereading the comic, but I just didn't have time.
Yeah, I was
So-
going to also do that, and then I also did not have time.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll just try to wing it and see what I remember from the I definitely read volume 1, and I don't think I got very far in 2
Okay.
because of the alien.
Sure.
And I was like, what the hell is this? But yeah, back to Mina. I love that they made her a vampire. I think that's fantastic. I am when I read volume 1, I was a little disappointed that she wasn't a vampire, but she was still like the leader, so I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. So as cool as her like turning into bats and like biting dudes' necks off. That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. And if you're gonna give all these dudes like cool powers, make her a
That is
vampire.
something. Right.
That's
right.
cool.
And she, like, I did like her. Like, she was, to me, a very good portrayal of the Mina in the comics. Very
Mhm.
close, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought so,
Outside of
yeah.
vampire. Yeah, that's yeah. I like.
Mhm.
I'm just interested in reading back the comics just to see like how much it compares because I know like she just then everyone becomes immortal or something happens and like
I can't remember. Yeah, it's been a while.
there's like a lot of crazy stuff happens. Like I was just like cliff noting it and I was like, oh my god. Okay, I gotta pause this and I have to actually read it.
Right.
But yeah. Love that. Didn't love that she slept with Dorian, but
No, I didn't love that either.
she's the girl and he's attractive or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He wasn't, but the actor's fine. The actor's
Uh-huh.
fine.
Uh-huh.
The only attractive man in this movie is the guy who plays Dr. Jekyll. So we could talk about him later.
What about Sean Connery? No?
I am not interested in Sean Connery.
Okay.
He's fine. I
Mhm.
know people who are, and they can have him.
Okay.
But he's not for me. And the child playing Tom Sawyer was also like a grown man being 14,
Ridiculous. Yeah, I know.
probably the worst thing.
Pointless. Ugh. Um,
But yeah, so
oh,
Mina didn't like that she slept with Dorian. I thought that was dumb and pushed because she's the whole time she's like, ew, get away from me. And then changes her mind, women. Crazy.
right.
And
Um,
but yeah, that's the only part. But at least like there wasn't any sexual assault like the comic, so that's good.
yeah, Alan Moore
was
has a tendency to put that in every single story he writes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
at least it was consensual. Speaking of sexual assault, do you want to talk about the Invisible Man?
Okay, so we have to point out his character name's changed because they
Yes.
didn't have the rights to the book, so they had to call him Rodney Skinner instead of his name in the book is Harley Griffin,
Yeah,
which is
and
fine.
he is not the same character as the comic. Correct.
Right.
The comic book
Different
character
arc.
is the actual Invisible Man. This guy is just a guy who stole his formula
Right.
and then became another Invisible Man,
He's an Invisible Man, right?
not the Invisible Man. This
Right.
one didn't sexually assault any schoolgirls. No, he didn't.
Right.
He didn't at all. So,
Uh-huh.
trigger warning for Alan Moore's work. I guess if you're reading Alan Moore, trigger warning in general.
Sure.
just a heads up. Sometimes it gets a little ooh. But yeah, I like him a lot.
He's fine, yeah. There's one thing I didn't like. Like, okay, the actor's fine. However, okay, so he's invisible and the special effects were decent, right? Like when he's standing in the room. Okay, he starts to put the white makeup on. It's fine. And it's kind of like around his skull and it looks cool. And then all of a sudden, they cut to them riding in that van, or the limousine.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, they can't do the special effects as easily when they're all sitting this close to each other. So all of a sudden, he has white makeup all over his face, right? But in the very next scene, they go into another room, and then he's got it all like half on and half off again. So obviously, they filmed that out of sequence, and they're like, fuck it, no one will notice.
Yeah, fucking no one will notice.
Right?
And then there's some points where it's like definitely green screen suit with like
100%. Yeah.
so, which is also fine because I guess that's how you would make it work. But it is jarring. It is edited together, maybe not seamlessly enough. Kind of like how the movie The Invisible Man is invisible, or at least the remake. I haven't seen the original one.
The original from like 1930, whatever, was very well done, I thought. The effects were great, and the actor, Claude Rains, was great.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommended.
It's okay. And I do like in this movie that like there's like that big subterfuge of like, oh, he betrayed us, but he didn't, obviously, because the cackling evil man is the bad guy.
Yeah, right.
But when I was 11, I was like, oh, how could he betray them? And then he didn't, and I was so happy.
Mm-hmm. Because in the comic, he does betray them, I believe.
Oh, he does? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the arc in the comic.
Oh, cool. Good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Good misdirect. That's whoever wrote the screenplay for this one. That I think that was a fun change for the movie adaptation to make your bad guy the new character that you introduced instead of the comic book characters that you want to use.
Sure.
But yeah, I liked him a lot.
He was good.
And
yeah,
he's
I had
funny.
no issues with him. Yeah, he was fine. I had no issues with him.
Very fun that he's just naked the whole time, and that's like canon, like into it. He just wears a jacket and that's it.
Sure. And you remember when he's in the snow?
Yeah, and
he can't feel his extremities.
You can't feel, and then like 3 to 4 penis jokes minimum for a naked invisible character. So, none of them were assaulting women. There was only one woman in this movie, but
that's true.
So I don't know if it was just because
He didn't
there
have the
was a
time.
yeah, but they really could have done a lot of like, oh, he's looking in Mina's bedroom kind of
Hmm.
vibes, and they didn't, and I appreciate that.
So 1 point for League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the movie.
Yeah. Negative
Okay.
10 for Mina sleeping with Dorian Gray.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
It's fine.
Next we
And
have
not any of the people she sleeps with in the comic.
right, right, right. Yeah, I believe she sleeps with Alan Caterman in the comics, as far as I
Yeah,
know.
that's like the couple. And then they're
Hmm.
actually in a throuple with Orlando, the gender
Mm,
swapping
okay,
person.
okay.
So
So
it's fine.
the next person we have is Shane West as Tom Sawyer. Uh,
Irrelevant. Next.
yeah, I just wanted to punch his face in, so we'll leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the American. And I was like, ah, I know I
Yeah.
don't like you for a reason. There it
Yeah.
is.
Right.
He doesn't do anything. Any of the things that he does, Alan could have just done faster.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't need to include him, and he was very clearly shoehorned after the thought.
Oh, yeah, obviously, and you're right. And he didn't add anything to the story, and he couldn't do anything other than shoot. So why was he there?
Yeah, so
I,
everyone else can shoot.
like, and that's the thing is, okay, fine. You want to introduce an American literary character, then there's probably someone else who would have fit the role better, right? I don't know who, but someone,
Yeah, Boo Radley, bring him in.
somebody, yeah,
Let's
I don't
kill a
know,
Mockingbird. Atticus Finch, he's their lawyer. He's the
right?
lawyer for the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I'm
Hmm.
like, what's an American novel? And then immediately couldn't think of any books I've ever read.
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to think of one who's like slightly mystical or magical or fantastical. I can't think of any from the 19th century at the moment, but there's got to be one, right?
Yeah, I was like, is American classic literature that interesting?
Well, I'm sure there's something. I just can't think of it. I mean, Moby Dick is American.
Yeah, but he's in the ocean.
Yeah, there's really no one there. Um, okay.
But yeah,
Uh,
he's so Tom Sawyer's in the movie and he shouldn't be. Anyway,
not at all. No, and he was annoying. He was especially annoying, in my
he was
opinion.
like when they cast a kid, he was as annoying as the kid in Red Sonja.
Good point. Yep, good
Like,
comparison.
and that kid was a child, so I was like forgiving a little bit. This is a grown man acting like a 14-year-old, and it was pissing me off.
Hmm.
Especially because he got so much screen time, and I'm like, I want to see Dr. Jekyll.
Good point. Yeah, yeah, you're
Hate
right. There's
this.
already like 6 or 7 characters, and he's taking away screen time for everyone else, right?
Exactly. Get out of here.
Hmm.
There's no room for Americans. This is a British Justice League,
Yeah, exactly.
specifically. Uh, who's next?
Jason Fleming as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I really liked him. I
Yes,
really, really
he
liked him.
was really good.
Fantastic. What else
Okay,
has he done? He
okay,
looks familiar.
he's actually been in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, Layer Cake, Kick-Ass. Apparently, he was in X-Men First Class.
Oh, he's Azazel.
Oh, the demon.
The devil. Yeah.
Yes, he was
Holy
actually pretty
shit.
good in that. Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, good for him. Okay.
so
Yeah.
he's an
No.
established good actor. Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah. He's been just in a bunch of stuff, but nothing like that I've seen.
So even a broken clock is right twice a day. There was some good casting in this film, right?
Well, I feel like anytime he was on screen, it was kind of like he was like I was like I don't care about Sean Connery. Like I get it, he's a big actor, but this man and his dichotomy with Mr. Hyde is interesting. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's well done. The mirror thing is cool. The fact that it's not just like a meek scientist and an incredible monster. Like he's fully has his own personality, his own consciousness, his own thoughts. He has feelings. He's like turn into me so I can help save these people. And he
Mhm.
did it. And he didn't like trick them or smash the boat or something. It was I really, really, really liked it.
Yeah, you're right. He stole the show. He was a very fascinating character every time he was on screen. He stole the show.
Yeah, I wish there was more of him. And then they were just like, big monster fight at the end. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was. I really hated that. I really hated that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, but what about he's this man of science? He could do
Mhm.
science. Big
That's the
monster
thing.
fight.
It's just that superhero movie cliche of they have to fight someone who's a bigger version of themselves, like,
Yep.
right? The same
And
powers
like
but bigger.
it was 2003. We haven't even fully done that like ship yet. Like the Hulk movie, he fought his dad. Like he didn't
Yeah,
even fight Abomination yet. So
good point.
it is kind of weird. I mean, they did have to change a lot from the comics. One of the things being that there was two villains I remember in the comics. The the one guy who's in this and the racist one.
Yeah. Oh, Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So maybe don't do that, I guess. That's fair. You could cut down to one villain instead of
Or
two.
just change. I mean, I don't remember how it went, but or just change the character a bit, or do something. I don't
And
know.
just do the Mandarin like in Iron Man 3 because it worked out
Right.
really well for them.
Sure.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
I
really
liked
good.
it. I
Oh,
liked
okay.
it.
As long as
Yeah.
you liked it.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Now we're on to speaking of bad guys, Richard Roxburgh as the Phantom slash M, which is the twist of M being Moriarty is a twist from the comics. I really liked it.
Yeah.
This actor was in Moulin Rouge. He was in Elvis.
He was in Moulin Rouge.
Oh, he was in Mission Impossible 2. He's a pretty good actor. He's not bad. He's okay.
He's the guy that you hate in Moulin Rouge, right?
I've only seen it once. I don't really remember.
I'm gonna say, yeah, he's the Duke. Yeah, he's the asshole that you hate.
Okay. That
But
I
then
hate or that everyone hates?
that everybody hates.
Oh, okay, okay.
He's trying to steal the hot girl from the guy. I
Okay.
haven't seen Moulin Rouge in a while, but I do remember that that's kind of the plot. Hilariously, this guy, he was M, and then a year later he played Dracula in Van Helsing.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
He was also a little bit too good for this movie, I think. I think he was overacting because he's a better actor than the part that he was given, and it
Well,
kind of didn't work.
when he has the mask on, he's really overacting.
Ugh, it's bad.
I know. I agree.
And it's like, is he doing a bit to like make it seem like it's not him?
I suppose that is what he's doing, but it just comes off as bad acting, right?
Yeah, it's hard when you make your incredibly smart character dumb a little bit,
Mhm.
and then he sends a vinyl disc with his plan to the
Mhm.
submarine for them to all to listen to, and then they know that it's him. Otherwise, they would have never known it was him.
Okay. Also, why did they have to show the video of him? Why couldn't they just listen to the voice? Is it so hard for audiences to sit still for 30 seconds and listen to a voice recording? Right?
And I mean, all you needed was for one person to be like, "Oh, it's him."
I know, I know.
No, I need to be able to see the video. Otherwise, I have
A-
no idea what's going on.
And also, I mean, if you're going to go that route, then why don't you make it a 19 or like an 1899 version of a film where it's a very primitive camera and they could have done it. Like they could have made it look like really crappy early film or something, right?
Yeah, they made assault rifles and a giant submarine. I'm sure somebody could have invented film in this universe at some point.
Exactly.
There was a
Exactly.
vampire.
Right, exactly.
Like I like that we have to stick to the fact that it's audio only.
hmm Well, who knows? That was probably a studio note, just like Tom Sawyer was a studio note, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that rounds out the cast. That's
we
pretty
didn't
much
talk
it.
about Dorian Gray.
Oh yeah, where is he? How come he's not listed here? Just a minute.
Stuart Townsend, which is a name that's
I mean,
familiar.
I thought he was okay. What did you think?
I like the fact that he died at the end.
Okay. Okay.
Really, really enjoyed watching him crumble into dust.
Okay, so do you think he was a good asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he
I
was
think
a good
so.
asshole. And again, watching this as an adult, very, very obvious a bad guy.
Mhm.
But the twist when I was a child blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, he has his portrait and he's using him. But then
Mhm.
it turns out that he's kind of just an asshole anyway.
Right.
And he's like, I guess you can use me, but I'll also kill everybody. It's fine.
Right.
So I didn't really, it didn't quite make sense. Some of the things that happened now that I've like rewatched it with more of a critical thinking mind, but I still liked it.
Well, and to be fair, like I didn't hate his character. I didn't hate his arc. I didn't hate the way he was killed. It was kind of cool. Like I've read the novel. I liked the novel. I've seen the
Hmm.
movie adaptation, but maybe he was a little over the top and too obviously the bad guy, like you said. There was no nuance to him.
Yeah, I think some of the characters were a little bit too cartoony and some were a little bit too grounded. And it's like you have to go one or the other, or else your universe is kind of feel a little
Yep.
all over the place. My favorite part though was that Mina curled her hair to go kill him. So I want to make sure I add that into this
Okay.
review
Okay.
because her hair is straight the whole movie.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then she comes off the boat when they go into like the big ending scene with full curl, like long curls
Mm,
and extensions just
mm.
to kill this man. And I'm like, you know what? That's goals. I would also do my hair to kill a man who wronged me. So Tena, the movie gets all the points back from when her sleeping with
Yeah.
Dorian because and then she didn't just curl it. She like twin curl, like really, really
Ringlets.
intense. Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I couldn't stop
10 out of
noticing
10.
it during the whole fight scene. I was like, why did they curl her hair in this scene?
Mm.
What is with these comic book adaptations and redheads
That's a good question. Very good
and
question.
their hair? Because this one had a hair thing. Red Sonja had a hair thing. The Black Widow in MCU has a hair thing.
I guess it's a hair color. It's the least common, so it stands out, right?
It's the least common, so every comic book character has it.
That's a good point. And Mary Jane, Jean
Yep.
Grey. There's a lot of them.
Yes.
You're right.
There's Barbara Gordon.
A disproportionately high amount of redheads in superhero women,
Yeah.
superheroines. Good point.
Versus real life, which
Yeah.
is fine. But I just like that it's a trope now
Sure.
of like their hair changing mid movie.
Yes. So, okay, so you have to, is there anything else you'd like to talk about what it is you like or enjoyed about this movie? Because here's the thing, I'm watching this movie and I was annoyed by how generic it became. Like I said, there's a few moments, especially at the beginning, when Sean Connery was in Africa or wherever he was. That was pretty cool. And there was a few good lines here and there, a few. But overall, it just felt very, very generic. Very, like the dialogue was generic.
Hmm.
There wasn't really a good line that I remember or a good quip that I remember. Maybe one, but I don't know. And without using your perspective of being a kid, why is it you still like it now?
I think it just merges my like nerd love of books and nerd
Sure.
love of superheroes into one. And then it's kind of just very fun and easy to watch, which is my favorite genre, I think, of film.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about it, but there's a couple scenes in this where like everyone's talking to each other, and it reminded me of how much I don't like the Avengers because
Interesting.
people are nice to each other in this. They're like, oh, that was, you know what? I'm so sorry, Captain Nemo. I was rude to you when we first met. And then he's like, no, I also apologize. And I was like, Tony Stark would never.
That's an interesting point.
Not everyone's trying to be the quippiest person in a room, which I
Good
really,
point.
really like. Like, and they
Mhm.
genuinely are using each other's skills and teamwork, which I
Mm.
feel like, especially in some modern day superhero movies, it's almost like everyone's just doing their own thing or trying to one up each other. I think that's why I still like it because deep down, deep down, way, way, way deep down, there's somebody cared about this, and I believe that. And
Interesting.
I will defend it. And I've seen no one who agrees with me on the internet.
So this is a legitimate hot take, but you do have some evidence for it in the movie. There is evidence.
Yes. The scene when they're meeting up with Dorian Gray and all the papers are flying everywhere and they're fighting the bad guys. That's cool. Everyone's got their own fighting style and it's different and it's interesting. I like that. Mina's like doesn't showcase her true power until like she has to. I like that. I know you didn't like the car chase, but I liked the car chase.
I did not like it, no.
I was like, oh, we have to smash the buildings together to stop them from dominoing. And I was like, that's fun. Instead of just like, I don't know, trying to go after the bombs. Then when Quartermain goes to the Phantom, it's like very Shakespearean. They're in this like weird park. I don't know, it's very charming to me.
Sure.
And there's lots of little things that I really like about it that I'm gonna continue to like about it forever. And nobody's gonna change my mind about this.
Okay.
And people don't have to like it. That's fine. I like a lot of things that people don't like, and not in a I'm not like other girls kind of way. In like I like a lot of bad stuff kind of way.
Sure.
But yeah, no, rewatching this again as an adult made me happy again. Well, it was fun. It was dumb.
Okay.
I mean, I will say that the ending was kind of shoehorned and bad. I remember it being better.
There was a lot of things that were, shoehorned and bad, I thought. But yeah, I get you.
And like now that I'm an adult and I think a little more critically about things, there's choices that I probably wouldn't have made. But like, I like that the Invisible Man is a hero. At the end, he's like a thief and whatever, but he's the big hero. He like saves them and he burns his entire body and he's like self-sacrificing and genuinely and not in a like MCU walk into the explosion kind of way.
Right. Good point.
And I like that all the characters are different. Like Dorian's kind of schwarmy and like they all kind of have like little bits of like sass, but like that's not their whole character, and it's just refreshing in an old movie, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really know if it's worth justifying because it's such a nothing. Nothing's gonna come from it. They're not gonna remake this.
Oh, I'll have you know, Becca, they are remaking it. Are you a fan of the film Revolutionary Road with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Me neither. But the writer of that film, which is Justin Haith, is doing a reboot of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and it's on track to appear on Hulu. But hey, something's better than nothing. So it is possibly coming out. So we might be reviewing that as well someday.
It's gonna be like more comic accurate, though, right?
Hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not your thing.
Well, you think they'll just redo Volume 1, or you think they'll do the aliens? Or you think they'll do the apocalypse?
Maybe they'll do a TV show and every season will be a different volume or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, like with what they were trying to do with Sandman.
Yeah, that kind of fell apart fast, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what? At this point, if Alan Moore had done anything cancelable, we would have known by now.
I think you're right. I think we're in the clear.
Yeah. I think we were talking last week about how he just sees Constantine in real life. That's him. That's
the extent of how, the scandal, a level of scandal with him.
Yeah, it's all already done with, so there's nothing new to find out. So if they do make it, and also he won't be attached to it at all. So
or have his name on it.
Yeah, he famously despises any sort of adaptations.
Mm-hmm.
Which I wonder what he said about this one.
He never saw it. I think he said he just didn't watch it.
You know what? I like that.
Okay.
That's better than him going, this is the worst thing that they could have done to my child.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't like any of them, right?
No, as far as I don't even know if he's seen any of them. I'm not sure if he's seen any of them, but he definitely, I think he said he was going to not watch Watchmen as well. He was going to boycott it, so.
I mean, that's fair. He was going to boycott it.
His own movie, yeah.
Yeah, that he got money for someone to make. To be
fair, though, he did give his money to Dave Gibbons, though. Or he told the studio to send his cut to Dave Gibbons.
That's good.
Yeah.
What about the money for this one? Did
maybe Kevin O'Neill? I'm not sure.
Yeah, did Kevin O'Neill get any money for this one? Was he involved at all?
I'm not sure if he was involved, but he must have got money.
I hope so.
Yep.
Well,
Okay, so here's the thing, Becca. We gotta announce our next episode to our loyal listeners.
you don't want to just watch League of Extraordinary Gentlemen again?
No, not today. Maybe another time. So on our next episode of what show is this? Taped Crusaders.
Where are we?
Yeah, we're going to be reviewing Hellboy, but not with Bex Luthor because we're going to be reviewing that in Meteor.
I was like, that doesn't sound like something that I get to watch.
No, it doesn't. But
No.
with Bex Luthor, we are going to watch The Punisher with, what's his name? Thomas Jane? The first one?
The first one?
2004. Yes.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
All right. Okay, I want to thank Bex Luthor for joining me again to review another shitty superhero movie that she also
Everyone
loves.
should watch this movie and give it another chance. It could become a cult classic.
You heard it here first, folks. All right.
She's a vampire in a sexy corset. Come on. We've
Okay,
all
there
watched
you go.
worse.
There you go. Yeah, I'm sure we have. It's better than Red Sonja. Okay, so there you go, folks.
Yeah.
Until the next time, see you later.
Bye.